Drives, kicks it away, right side. Acuff on the wing, drains a three-pointer. Darius Acuff with his first three of the afternoon. Acuff on the other end finds clear sailing to the bucket, gets it to go and one.
I'm like, he should be. I'm not even worried about player of the year in our league. I'm saying, why is his not player of the year in the country? Why isn't that out there? I mean, he doesn't turn it over. We don't turn it over because he doesn't turn it over.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
I feel like we as Arkansas fans look for someone to be mad or frustrated with. And for a while, it was the SEC office in Birmingham for the inexplicable reason that Darius Acuff had won SEC Freshman of the Week 7 times, which is a record, but he hadn't won Player of the Week. Well, that changed yesterday when it was announced that he was the SEC Player of the Week for the first time all season, averaged 35 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. So we can now point our anger, we can now point our frustration at someone else.
We can get back on the refs,
yes.
right?
No, not the refs. Seth Davis.
Oh, okay.
Who left Arkansas out of his AP poll. It was a misstep on his part. He apologized publicly, but that's not good enough. Okay. He needs to be. I'm not going to go as far as say that he needs to be stoned for his actions, but that's just bad. That's poor taste. Again, I'm kidding. But that was where now that
well,
the
I'm glad you've set a new standard on mistakes, so we can hold you to the same standard.
Now that the SEC is no longer public enemy number one based on their actions here, the first 2/3 of the season.
This will turn the whole year around.
We can now point our anger at Seth Davis, longtime college basketball reporter.
Did you wake up? Did you feel better about yourself this morning now that Darius Acuff is the Player of the Week? Is this the missing ingredient that's going to take us to the Final Four?
Listen to your head coach.
Darius finally Player of the Week.
That was last night live with Coach Cal. So I'm just glad that everyone else has a sigh of relief like the head basketball coach here in Fayetteville. No, it's not going to change my opinion. He's going to win SEC Player of the Year. I'm not going to say it's 100% decided depending on what LeBaron Philon does, but Florida's too spread out. Alabama, again, next 4 games, we'll see how they do, but I think it's pretty set in stone that Darius Acuff is going to win SEC Player of the Year, and who knows? Next 2 weeks, might win Player of the Week a few more times.
I'm just glad the sun was a little brighter. Maybe the coffee tasted a little stronger this morning, that you got a little more pep in your step, that Darius Acuff wasn't completely jilted, in your opinion, this week with Player of the Week.
I assumed you would be
glad it's enriched your life.
Screaming from the mountaintops that you would be rejoicing. But then again, you don't care about
it's a Player of the Week.
Awards.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, we get wound up on stuff that at the end of the day doesn't matter a lot. So, I mean, Freshman of the Week, all this. At the end of the year, Player of the Year matters. Those things matter.
Well,
MVP for a season that ends up in the Final Four matter.
I mentioned live
Player of the Week, not so much.
I mentioned live with Coach Cal last night. I don't know how you maybe took this quote, but I took this quote as not a shot, but a happy we have Darius and Bill Self's having to do. Yeah,
I mean, think about what he's doing for all of us. How many guys are, load management, I'm going to wait till I'm 115%. I mean, and there's some other guys playing beat up. They're hurting too, and they're playing.
Maybe we had to go through that already, and now we don't have to, knock on wood, anymore, at least this season. Peterson, by the way, there's a funny incident last night a funny occurrence with him and Bill Self last night. But you got a guy that's, again, no one's healthy at this point of the season, but he's clearly not healthy at this juncture of the year.
Well, I mean, everyone's beat up a little bit. Everybody's living in the training room that's played 30-plus minutes on average and just trying to get through it. I'm just glad Darius doesn't have the mindset of, hey, I'm just going to save it for the NBA, because that appears to be what goes on at Kansas a little bit more, but that was a big win for them last night. Hey, if you haven't downloaded the Hit That Line Now app, it's powered by Taco Bell. Whether you're craving something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered. You can use the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell to listen live, watch our programs, catch up on podcast, interact with us with calls or text. It's all there with the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell.
We're going to get into some of the verbal sparring that went on between Mario Cristobal and Kirby Smart in Gainesville last night, which was pretty entertaining. Got some other news, including Colin Fisher winning SEC Pitcher of the Week. Arkansas baseball in action today against Arkansas State. There's a chance. Tom's texted me that he might not come on. We'll see if we get him on. And apparently Charles Bediako is still trying to go another route to get on the floor for Alabama once again this season.
Because he's still with the team, right? Just obviously can't play.
I don't know.
He's been around. I've heard different things, but he's.
I didn't even look. That would have been something to. I don't know why I didn't look last Wednesday. I didn't even look and see if he was on the sidelines or not with Nate Oates. I guess they're back.
Well, I mean, he's still going to class, right? He's still an enrolled student.
yes,
so he's a student athlete first.
That was what the goal was.
Yes, finish up the degree.
Trying to graduate.
Yeah.
All right, so I was in the studio this morning and working on some stuff, and you came in and asked me about something. You want to give some context to what that is? Because I'm not as aware.
I'm listening driving in, and I hear the tail end of a conversation, so I turn the radio up a little bit more, listening to Chuck and Bo, and they're talking about texts coming into their show from someone named Pat in Hiawassee,
which is me,
who apparently has the same phone number as Colton.
No, it's me, and I have no qualms saying that it is. And they've blown it completely out of proportion, as if to say that I simply sit there and text their show all day long. You know what this is? I explained it to Tommy the minute I walked in. I have a pathological need for attention.
Yeah.
I would rather be heard. Now, here's the number one reason why I have my name as Pat in Hiawassee on the...
Where is Hiawassee, by the way?
It's in Northwest Arkansas.
Okay.
There, kind of like, grab it.
Can we spell Hiawassee?
Hiwassee, Hiawassee. Anyway, it's because I don't want to bother the people that are actually on the show with my opinions and things that I have to say, even though I have their phone number. I just want to say them. That's what the text line is for. I'm no better than anybody else. Now, do I sit there and disparage people all day long on the text line, including people that I know? No. You can go back and read the text messages.
And we will.
And
we will.
Actually, you won't, because they're all actually deleted now from the system. But they're all saved
good
right
thing
here.
we printed them first.
No, they're all. Did you really?
Oh, yes, sir. We've
They're
got
all
the printed log.
You can read them.
After 8 hours of grab ass,
Read them right here.
3 in the morning that blow the hardest.
Read them right here.
It's nice to hear some MFs keep it real. Have you not watched college football and NFL for the last 20 plus years of your life to know if you're going to do something to get a burner phone? Like that was when Tommy told me that. When Tommy told me that.
Ty, do you really honestly think that it bothers me? Or you think I've not been waiting for this moment to be caught and to have the first 10 minutes of this show be about Colton Little? I'm selfish. I don't care. I want to be
Any of y'all's producers
do not care.
do anything.
I send it to every single show. Every single show gets messages from me about all types of different stuff. Most of them are what they're talking about. Because I have a pathological need for my opinion to be heard.
Guess Ty couldn't find a date and on February 10th.
And if someone would have read that, it would have added to our conversation.
You're about to get a lot of folks' most desperate attempts at economy. I feel bad for y'all sent on July the 24th, 2025 to the afternoon show. Are y'all's news producers good at anything?
Yes.
Sound like bleep.
That's what the majority of these texts are, by the way. They're disparaging me.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of them are.
Tommy's the worst referee and boss I've ever seen.
That's not in there.
Is that not in there?
No.
I thought I
Worst in my neck of the woods. Boomer Sooner idiots.
Yes.
Well,
I'll stand on that 10 toes down any day of the week. Boomer Sooner idiots, if you root for him, get a better life.
Yeah.
Pick a better team.
The homoerotic volleyball scene with Kenny Loggins is peak cinema.
That's Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the best scenes of all 80s movie. And it's a little homoerotic if you think about it.
Let's see what else. Bill does a great job. He's the top 6 producer at ESPN Arkansas.
It's true.
Those are the ones I printed off.
Do you want me to call Bruce now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is funny.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. That was the point. It's not to be rude or derogatory to anybody. None of those texts are mean to anybody.
I think there's mean-spirited texts to each show, including a mean-spirited text at yourself, like you're saying.
Like you're making fun of literally everyone.
And if they were to be read out loud, unbeknownst to anybody, it would have made the show better.
I'm just disappointed there wasn't more on Ty in there. That's the thing that disappointed me the most.
He does that enough for himself. It's easy enough. He makes it a readily available target. And also, Ty is my mentor, and I appreciate Ty.
Well,
now, there is some text in there. Now, look, there is some text in there that were disparaging Bart in defense of Ty. Did you want to care to mention those, or does that not fit to your narrative,
I did.
young Mr. Richardson?
Go ahead.
Young Mr. Richardson.
I did not copy those on the text. I only copied the funny ones. But
Good.
What were
Good.
I guess I missed
Well,
them.
no, it was now. First of all, I was trying to defend you after you went on the television and said some really dumb stuff early in the season
Oh,
about
bad
the
take.
football.
Yeah, bad
really,
take.
really
Was this
bad
the one
take.
where he was wearing shorts?
Yes.
Yeah, do you wear shorts on TV?
No, you never wear
You
shorts
don't
on
wear
TV.
shorts on
You
a
don't wear
TV
shorts on
set.
TV, and you don't put your own phone number as a burner phone number.
Since then, have you seen me wear
No.
rowback?
No, you learned your lesson, and I've learned my
Khaki
lesson.
pants.
I'm going to get a second phone number now, so I can continue to do this.
So here's the thing. Before we get to our Pradco Pyramid of Power, what have we learned this morning?
Burner phones.
I've not learned
Don't quit
any-
talking crap. Just get a burner phone.
No, what I've learned is someone got so upset that I made such a tiny little joke this morning about them.
Apparently it wasn't.
That they decided to go through and do a whole bunch of research. That's
I will
one
say,
of the things that
it
I
is-
learned.
and
It
I-
was a
it-
tiny,
this is not-
tiny comment. I'll say what I said right now.
There are some derogatory things sent at me in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, and 99% of the time I laugh. The morning show can be soft about this. The midday guys halftime can be soft about this, and Ruskin and Zach can be soft about this. Blocking numbers is the softest thing you can do. Even if it's someone taking a direct personal shot at you, stop being a BI you know what. Just let it go. So I
We
understand.
block numbers?
There's texts like from time to time
My phone number
that
is now blocked.
it's a direct shot at someone on the show,
no. We
and they get
unblock
butthurt,
everybody.
and they get butthurt for whatever reason, even though it doesn't matter.
See this
And
skin right here?
it's
See
thick.
this skin? It's thick. It's weathered.
I do have bad news. Tom's not going to be able to join us this morning, unfortunately.
He's
just
out getting
texted.
he's getting a burner
He's-
phone right now.
No, he's got
Never
therapy
used
stuff.
a
He's
burner
got
phone
to do.
number. I have burner Twitter accounts, but you'll
Then
never
just be
find them.
Colton from Gentry.
Okay, no, that's fine. But really, I don't want to bother anybody else whose phone numbers I have while they're on the show. But I need the outlet too. I have an opinion. I'd like it to be shared.
I just text the host directly.
I've
See,
always-
I don't even use
no,
the
no,
machine. I just text them directly.
No. One of these people here, I can't just text him
you're
directly all
pointing
the
your
time.
finger, too.
Yes, because I can't just text him directly all the time because he's so popular that he's on Do Not Disturb. And the other people, they think that they're too important to answer back my text sometimes. So we don't know if they're in the afternoon or the morning. Doesn't matter. But I'm not going to bother them with text messages from, moron little Colton from Gentry, who I actually am. But Pat and Hiawassee on the text line, they're going to read that because it's their job.
I've unblocked everyone on our text line.
Good.
So if you
I
have
deleted the
something,
contacts,
if
so
you have
it's gone.
something negative to say about any of our hosts, feel free to share.
Yes.
Feel free to share.
Yes.
The
Be
floodgates are open.
Be as direct.
You're
Be
welcome
as
for what I've done
emphatic as possible.
this morning for this station.
There you go. All right, Pat in Hiawassee with us here on the Morning Rush. All right, Pradco Pyramid of Power coming up. Tom Murphy not in the next hour now, so maybe we'll
I'm
read
sad.
some of Pat's greatest text in that next segment. That's all straight
The
ahead.
master list is on my phone. I have all.
We're brought to you by Joe's Grill and Cantina. If you're going to watch the game tomorrow night and you're not going to get to the game, get to Joe's, wear your hog gear, half-price apps, cheap taps for the game. It's an 8 o'clock start. Maybe get there a little early, get you a good seat at the bar, and then when the game kicks off at 8, maybe it's a first half only situation, Ty. You get there, you watch the first half, you get on out of there and get home and watch the second half at the house. Either way, make Joe's Grill and Cantina your choice for the place to watch the game tomorrow night. Half-price apps all throughout the game, cheap taps as well, chips, salsa, all your favorite drinks. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street across from Harper's. It is a big one at home tomorrow night against A&M.
Yeah, big game tomorrow
Big.
night. It's big. You were mentioning the big week that it is in the Southeastern Conference. We bring in our buddy Bruce Stan to Pradco Fishing. Bruce, will y'all do us a favor and beat Alabama on Saturday so we can have that tiebreaker head-to-head?
We're going to take care of it for you because we play defense.
Okay.
They're not going to be able to go out and score 130 points on us.
Oh. Did you see?
Well, now go to 2 overtimes and let's see what happens. So,
Did you?
If they go to 2 overtimes, it'll be 74-71.
But to your point, we did give up 86 in a win against Missouri. So.
I don't know. That's the thing, and I was.
That gets glossed over in the win.
Yeah, we were trying to tell everyone. It's like, look at the competition and the 3 straight wins that you had. You didn't play when you played like 2 good offensive teams. You gave up 86 and 117. Like, that's just Arkansas has not gotten that much better at defense. They played 2 teams without their best score, and then you neutralized Hubbard. Give you that. But they have not gotten a lot better in defense. They've gotten a little better, but not enough to get where they need to go. All right, so we know who's number 1 in the Pradco Pyramid of Power, but we don't know where the other teams are going to slot in. Let's find out.
LearnNet.com, LearnNet.com, LearnNet.com. There you go.
Chrome blackback, Chrome blackback.
Who are the best basketball teams in the SEC? Let's find out.
Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
This is the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
I feel really good. About the teams I have 2 through 5. I don't know about number 6. I wondered over that for a long time, looking at games and results. But it's pretty easy at the top, like you said, Ty. Florida's won 7 straight. South Carolina and Ole Miss were their latest 2 victims last week. 12-2 in the league. 2 games clear with 4 to go. I mean, you'd have no credibility at all if you came in with an answer other than Florida at number 1. They got 10 spots ahead of Alabama in the latest poll. Florida, with 21 wins, is the number 1 team.
I agree with that. There's no doubt. Gators are number 1.
Easiest thing. So they got Texas and Arkansas this week. That's a road game at Austin. We'll see how it goes. They don't have an easy week for Florida, they being the Florida Gators. But Alabama's my number 2 team. They've won 6 straight games. That pushed them ahead of Arkansas. They beat Arkansas. That pushes them ahead of the Razorbacks, the win over the Hogs, and a win over LSU last week. They get Mississippi State, and then the previously mentioned road trip to Tennessee. I got Alabama right now, number 2.
Well, call me crazy. I'm going to go more on body of work. I'm still going to go with Arkansas, even though they lost in double overtime and had a couple of starters foul out. I just think Arkansas plays defense against better teams. They didn't show it at Alabama, but on body of work, I'm going to go Arkansas, still number 2.
All right, I got, based on head-to-head, Arkansas at number 3. They lost to Bama, as you mentioned, beat Missouri, but gave up 86 points in that loss. Hogs get A&M and Florida this week. I got the Razorbacks ranked 20th in the poll. I've got them ranked number 3.
Well, I'm going to go number 3, Tennessee. They beat Alabama head-to-head, clamped them down. I think they're going to do it again Saturday. I hate Alabama. Can't vote for them over Tennessee and Arkansas.
Your hatred is overriding your judgment. I got Tennessee at number 4. They've won 4 games in a row. They beat OU and Vandy last week. That Vandy win's impressive. How big is that rivalry in basketball? I don't know how big. Is it. I know it's big in baseball, probably bigger in baseball than anything, but they did beat Vanderbilt 69-65. I got Tennessee number 4. That's a tricky game tonight at Missouri, and then as we've mentioned several times, Bama on Saturday. Tennessee needs to watch out for the Missouri Tigers.
I think it's a real tricky game. I think it's a game Tennessee could overlook, could go up there and lose. Missouri needs a win after losing to Arkansas. So, I don't disagree with that, but I got Tennessee number 3, and I got Alabama number 4.
All right, so I was wondering how far your hatred for Alabama would go. So we have the same 3 teams in 2, 3, and 4, just in a different order. I got Bama, Arkansas, Tennessee. You've got Arkansas, Tennessee, Bama, with your partisan hatred for the Crimson Tide overriding your judgment. All right, I got A&M at number 5. This is where it gets a little trickier. A&M's 19-8, 8-6 in the league. They beat Ole Miss and they beat OU last week. I just think when you look at the rest of the teams and what Vanderbilt's done, Missouri's in consideration of these bottom couple spots. Kentucky's lost 3 in a row, can't put them there. So I got A&M at number 5.
Yeah, I agree with you. Buckyball hit a little stall, but they're starting to, win a few games against a little lesser competition. But body of work, you got to say they're still number 5.
Yeah. They've got Arkansas, of course, on Wednesday, Texas on Saturday, so not an easy week for the Aggies. I went with Vanderbilt at number 6, kind of a body of work decision. They've lost 2 in a row, which gave me thoughts to maybe pushing them outside. Missouri and Tennessee were their losses. Kentucky with 3 in a row didn't fit in there. Missouri was my other team to consider, but I rode with the Commodores, the 25th ranked team. They're my number 6 team in the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
Yeah, I agree with you. Vanderbilt on body of work. Previously was a very tough team to beat at home. Tennessee somehow pulled it out, but yeah, Vanderbilt got to put them a notch above everybody else.
All right, Florida, Bama, Arkansas, Tennessee, A&M, Vandy. Bruce has got a little different in the middle there, but we agree on 1, 5, and 6. Ty, where are we right? Where are we wrong?
I would have Bama above Arkansas just because of the head-to-head, but it's close like we were talking about last
Could
week.
almost be 2A and 2B.
But it's really tight. And because of Arkansas's win over Tennessee, I would also have them above the Vols, but nothing really changes outside.
All right, that's our Pradco Pyramid of Power. Hey, I've had a cold snap. How's that affecting the fishing right now, Bruce?
Well, fish are getting ready to come up for the spawn. If you're a bass fisherman, you need to go to Walmart, Bass Pro Academy, get you a bunch of young dingers and watermelon red or green pumpkin, and get your little wacky rig hooks and get ready to go fishing for the spawn. They're going to start moving up shallow in the next several weeks. Probably going to be some fish spawning on this next full moon. So, yeah, got a little cold snap, but if you're a bass fisherman, get your young dingers and be ready for them fish to move up shallow.
About to be prime time, isn't it?
About to be prime time.
All right, lurenet.com, orders over $35, get free shipping, or as you said, Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, your favorite tackle stores everywhere. Bruce, enjoy your time in the capital city, and we will talk to you next week.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, Hog Update when we come back. John Calipari, more on Billy Richmond.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Under my TV.
Such a good show.
Under my TV, or my TV's in the living room because I don't live with a woman.
Hold on.
And I don't, Everywhere you look, everywhere.
That just makes you feel comforted, doesn't it?
It does.
Anyway.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
All right, you're all set with the coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free natural state jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Darius finally Player of the Week.
This is The Morning Rush.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Rath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith in the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Get ready for Mudbug Mayhem, the crawfish festival that's a true celebration of community, family, and culture. Join us March 7th at Chaffee Crossing Historic District for Cajun-inspired food, live music, local vendors, and a sizzling crawfish cook-off. Check out the car show, the cornhole contest. There's activities for all ages, and you can make memories with friends and family. Don't miss the fun. Mudbug Mayhem Crawfish Festival, March 7th. It's free to get in. Learn more at mudbugmayhemfest.com.
Being a father doesn't come with a manual, but you don't have to figure it out alone. Invest Fatherhood is a program of Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center, and our Man Up classes bring dads together. This is a network of fathers building stronger families one step at a time, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. If you're ready to be the dad your kids need, man up, step in, and join the brotherhood. Invest Fatherhood, a Heart to Heart program. Strong fathers change everything. Call Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center at 479-452-2260 to sign up today.
Matching down payments up to $2,000 right now at Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal. Bring your down payment up to $2,000. Troy, you'll match it dollar for dollar.
Yes, Tommy, I'm excited, dude. You know, we do this every year. This is tax time. This is the time to get the bang for your buck. Come and see us at Harry Robinson Salisal Ford. We're going to match your down payment up to $2,000. Now, let's pause for 2 seconds. And what does that do for you? It doubles your down payment that helps you get a cheaper monthly payment, get rid of negative equity, get a better interest rate. It's all pluses for you. So come get a good deal on a newer pre-loved vehicle and then let us match your down payment up to $2,000.
You said negative equity. That means you're upside down. That means you owe more than it's worth. This is how you climb out of that hole.
Yes, 100%. This is how you get rid of that bad debt. Come and see us. And hey, here's the thing too, Tommy, if you only got $1,000, that's fine. We'll match it. Now you got $2,000.
Matching down payments up to $2,000. Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Come on, Pig.
Gage Wood, no hits him. Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Well, Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Go Hog.
20 or more points in 3 straight games. And
not trying.
Yeah.
He not trying like I'm going to get 20 tonight. No, he's just playing.
He has shot 65% during those 3 games, and in conference games only, he leads the league in field goal percentage at 59.3.
Some of you might think that's Chuck and Cal talking about Darius Acuff, but that's Chuck and Cal talking about Billy Richmond, who has really expanded his role since Carter Knox went down. And listen, when you recruit a kid out of high school, there's expectations. You think he's going to end up as one thing. Billy took on just kind of a glue guy role last year as a true freshman. Since Carter's gone down, he's had to shoulder more of a scoring load. Cal talked about running some plays and set for him to drive this last game. And it's been fun to watch him do his thing. I think he was 9 of 14, 21 points in this last game, knocked down 2 or 3 from the three-point line. If I'm an NBA exec and I'm watching this, I'm excited about the possibility of him at the next level.
You got to like the motor as much as anything.
Oh, yeah.
The energy level. You never wonder, is Billy Richmond giving me 100%? We talk about 105 and all these things. You never wonder, is Billy giving it his all? That's never a discussion.
Well, think about, in the Missouri game, I think about it in a really important moment. He goes by his guy, has an up and under layup, just a wild shot that ends up going in. He always seems to make that one play defensively, or maybe just a crazy shot or a hustle rebound offensively that at times gets the team going. And even when, like, get an example, when Darius went out, there were two great sets called by Cal where you move most of the guys on the left side. He has two great backdoor passes, one to Darius Acuff, one to DJ, which he threw it down. Kind of took on that backup point guard role last year. Cal mentioned it after the game. Billy plays 1 through 4. He had to play the 4 position when they went small. He's had to play backup point guard. I mean, you talk about a utility belt. This guy is virtually everything you need in the bag when it comes to playing college basketball.
Yeah, and going to be critical down the stretch for Arkansas. If you're going to make a little run here in these last 4 games, which we think 3 of 4 is kind of in that par. In these last 4 games, you need to win 3 of these. Maybe win a couple games, get to the finals. Who knows what'll happen in a tournament final? You'd really like to win that first one. Have another shot at Alabama if you're the 2 or 3 seed. And I think you got to win 3 to have that chance. I hope this team is hungry to play Alabama again at a conference semifinal. But you got to have Billy Richmond in order to do that.
I believe, and Colton, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this. Last time that Arkansas has played in the tournament championship, I believe it was my senior year in 2017. They lost to Kentucky and De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. I think that's right. So that would be the first appearance in nearly a decade if they were able to get things humming here in the SEC tournament. Baseball news-wise, Colin Fisher wins SEC Pitcher of the Week. Has not allowed a run just yet this season. Hopefully that continues. They're in action today against Arkansas State and tomorrow, both at 3 o'clock, SEC Network Plus. And Tommy, I know you mentioned we're going to give away some tickets later on in the show.
Yeah, let's give away some baseball tickets here next hour, or at the end of this hour. We'll do that if you want to go to the baseball game today. All right, that's your Hog Update this morning. It is brought to you by the Oaklawn Anywhere app. We are into racing season. Weather's improving week to week, and we have got some great stakes races coming up at Oaklawn that you don't want to miss. Rebel Stakes Week is coming up real soon. Next Sunday, March the 1st, going to have a big week of racing. Got the Oaklawn Handicap this Saturday. Then the following Saturday on March 1st is the Rebel Stakes. So you don't want to miss any of this great racing, some of the best racing in America. That will be at Oaklawn. This week, first post times on Thursday at 12:30, 12:30 again on Friday, then Saturday at 12:30, Sunday at noon, as March 1st will feature the Rebel Stakes. The biggest horse race in the country is this weekend at Oaklawn. $1 million in a Grade 2 race, big Kentucky Derby prep race, also the $750,000 Grade 3 Honeybee, and then 2 other stakes races on Sunday. There is a total of 7 stakes races this weekend, Friday through Sunday at Oaklawn. If you don't have the Oaklawn Anywhere app, download it now in the Apple app or Google Play Store. You can watch and wager on all these great races from anywhere and get points for every dollar wagered as well. It's all available now in the Oaklawn Anywhere app. Use the promo code RUSH26 for a $200 sign-up bonus.
All right, we got our Morning Rush Daily Question coming up in just a bit. Also going to get more into this verbal, altercation. Sparring is probably the better word between Mario Cristobal and Kirby Smart. But for now, we're talking with our buddy David Rath of Rath Auto Resources in Rath, Mitsubishi. David, I know that you guys got a bunch of new 2025s that are still on the lot. You're trying to make room for the 2026s. 0% for 72 months, man. I know people really can take advantage of that. We got tax rebates coming back. That's a good way to invest that money.
It really is. I mean, and we've kind of been seeing a whole big influx of traffic at both stores. This past weekend was really big. We're looking at our best new car Mitsubishi sales month that we've had in a really long time. So a lot of people are taking advantage of, either the 0% for 72 months, which is a big offer. I mean, it's the best one out there right now. Nobody else in that, in that class is doing that like we're doing on the Outlander. But there's also some really heavy rebates and stuff, so we got, big savings there too. So, I mean, you're either looking at 0% for 72 months, or I think the biggest discount all in between like rebate and my discounts it's up over $5,000, on brand new car, best back new cars in the country, 10-year warranty on them. 2-year complimentary maintenance, all that good stuff. So it's a really good time to get out and check those out. And we're running these test drive events kind of sporadically too. So we got a lot of cool stuff going on the new car side for sure. And then, man, the used cars are going so fast I can't even buy them fast enough to make up for it. So, if anybody's got an extra car or two lying around, bring them by to either store. We could use the inventory.
Yeah, don't make your dad go to the auction. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale, Mighty Car Care Center at both locations. Keep Larry from going to those options, right, David?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, end of the month's coming. Take advantage of Rath Auto Resources and Rath Mitsubishi. When we return here on the Morning Rush, again, that Morning Rush daily question. Going to hear more from Cal on Darius Acuff as well. Tom is actually going to join us now. Initially, didn't think he was going to be able to, but he's going to be back with us. Charles Bediako trying to play still. Alabama Supreme Court is the next route that he's trying to take to get onto the floor. Tom was talking about a rematch. Wonder if you'll see him at some point. Stay with us. We continue on next.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free natural state jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
My wife got me this sport coat, by the way.
This is the Morning Rush.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Rath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and backed by comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment, or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
My name is Ken Blevins, and I'm running for Sebastian County Judge in the March 3rd Republican primary. I want to return common sense, integrity, and leadership to our county. Sebastian County needs a county judge that it can trust. It needs public officials that are elected by the people, accountable to the people, and able to win fair elections. Let's stop the good old boy system and backroom deals. It's that simple. Thanks for your confidence in me.
This ad paid for by the campaign to elect Ken Blevins.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Network. Flu vaccines, both regular and high dose for seniors, are now available at Law's Drug Store in Fort Smith. Call 452-6116 to schedule your shot appointment. Usually there is no cost when covered by your insurance. Law's Drug has COVID vaccines, RSV vaccines for ages 60 plus. Pneumonia and tetanus shots are also available. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drug Store, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Wave Rural Connect has some exciting news. Our service is now available in a brand new zone covering parts of Midland and Montreal. If you're along Highway 45, 252 or 253, or on Douglas Road or Slaytonville Road, you can get fast, reliable fiber internet today. Don't miss out. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Wave Rural Connect. Internet that works when you need it most.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off. Or take 5.9% financing for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2026 GMC Canyon for as low as $399 a month with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
Does Arkansas have enough depth in their bench, gas in their tank for A&M tomorrow night at 8 o'clock? A team that's going to come at you in platoons, come at you in waves. Arkansas's not as deep as A&M. They're going to try to run and gun. Does Arkansas have enough gas in the tank for this game at home at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, I think that's an important aspect to it. Cal got asked about that kind of same thing.
This team we're about to play, going to be a hard game for us. My guess is they're going to try to press and run us into the ground, just keep coming and make us play fast. That's fine. Then we'll have to use timeouts to slow that down a little bit.
I think they can. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Carter was the only one that appeared on the availability report Friday night, right? You didn't see Isaiah, but I don't think he was on the report. So that
and you're not going to have him this week,
yeah, but
next week.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like
you already know you're one down, I guess.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is like, is Isaiah available tomorrow night? And could you use him as your eighth guy if you absolutely need to? And I think that it's at home. What did you say, 9.5?
That was yesterday's
bet,
but
still, I mean, nearly double-digit favorite.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Arkansas to figure this thing out. A&M, again, was hot initially in the Southeastern Conference. They fell off a little bit. I listened to Bucky McMillan talk about it, like just kind of weathering the storm from SEC Media Days earlier this year, similar to what the Razorbacks had to do. They're in the mist. They're a game behind Arkansas. I think you'll be able to figure it out tomorrow night. Arkansas likes to run and gun too. You got to be smart when you do it, I think, against this basketball team.
Yeah, this is a game where he'd mentioned the timeouts. I think teams oftentimes, with knowing where the medias are at, just when you're a team that needs that extra rest, don't burn one with 30 seconds ahead of a media and then you lose both. Burn them in a way where you get the benefit of it. Don't double up on your called timeout and your media timeouts. That's going to be important. Timeout management that Cal's mentioning there. Don't call them too close to a scheduled media, or you've wasted that extra 2.5 minutes you'd get in the network timeout.
Keith points out he was doubtful before the game, so we'll find out tonight where Isaiah is listed in that. Yeah, and just getting guys rest. I think about when Darius Acuff isn't on the floor, offensively Arkansas is not as lethal. And yet they somehow carved out. I think they had a lead, but they lengthened it to 6 points. When he's off the floor tomorrow night, can you still score, or can you keep pace with the Aggies? You don't want him to have to play 40 minutes tomorrow night and dribble the ball up. They're going to be pressing me. Josh Hubbard was going up against, I think, a former teammate of his in Ryland Griffin. And Hubbard was like, man, are y'all ever going to stop pressing? You're going to wear Darius down at a certain point tomorrow night if he's having to play 40 minutes. So whether it's DJ bringing the ball up at times, Billy bringing the ball up at times, or just letting him get rest and still being able to score, that's a very important aspect to tomorrow night's game.
And, A&M being a game out of those three teams tied for second place right now, they've got all the motivation in the world to come in and try to win this game, have an edge over the Razorbacks. This is a really, really important game for A&M, who sits at 9-5 right now in the league.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, this and Arkansas again. I'm just gonna be honest with everyone. You're not gonna win on Saturday, so you got to get this one. You can't have an 0-2 week. You don't want to start the streak of consecutive losses, which Arkansas has showed a lot of resolve this season and not lost consecutive games. I think they're the only team in the SEC that's done that. And you give yourself a little wiggle room. So if you do win this week, you have a little more confidence to feel like you can go in to a game this weekend and beat the Gators.
I just think 3 of the last 4 put you in that top 4 without question. Probably puts you as the 2nd or 3rd seed, which is essentially, almost the same draw.
All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. Number 1 place for indoor golf in all of Arkansas. Masters Invitational coming up. March Madness is coming up. Birthday parties, events. You can have it all at Cart Pass Social. 122 Grant Place in Lowell, really close to Atwoods. Go to cartpasssocial.com, click on the events tab if you're interested in hosting something. Maybe you're the chairwoman or chairperson in charge of whatever's to come for your company's retreat, meeting, party. Go to cartpasssocial.com. Really cheap rates for group events at Cart Pass Social.
Remind me before we get out of here this hour, we will give away a couple pair of Razorback baseball seats right behind the dugouts. Great seats for today's game against Arkansas State. What is that, a 3 o'clock start this afternoon?
3 p.m.
So we'll send you to the game today if you want to go. Now, don't call. Don't try to win these tickets if you can't go yourself. So we'll give those away here in the next 5 minutes. So keep listening here to the Morning Rush. Y'all don't let me forget.
Okay, I've got it jotted down.
All right.
Ticket
before we get out of here this hour, we're going to make somebody a winner.
Speaking of,
in fact, we'll make 2 somebodies a winner.
Speaking of forgetting something, I need to disclose this to you two and our audience. It's nothing bad here.
Forget a pill?
It's something bad. Family life. I somehow forgot my dad's birthday today.
Well, today's not over, so you haven't
But
forgotten.
no, I'm really, like, when I send out birthday text, it is a morning birthday text. And I also haven't gotten him his gift yet. So I screwed up twice. He just sent a text to my bonus mom and my brother, a birthday dance of some sort. He's probably listening right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is me apologizing on air. I'll apologize in person. I couldn't even 64. When you pass a certain age, I feel like it's harder to keep up. Like, I don't think he knows how old I am either. But
I guarantee you
bad,
he does. I would bet money on that.
How
much as
bad?
you've aged him, I'm sure.
Scale of 1 to 10, how bad is that?
An 11.
It's not. It's
okay.
I mean, he gave you life, so I'm going to go with an 11. So
Colton?
You still have a little bit of time. What I want to know is how this slipped through the cracks.
How is this not set in your
have
phone?
A calendar.
You
I
put
have
everything in that planner, Ty.
I have a calendar at home. He's on there, and
So February 24th is his birthday?
February 24th?
Yes.
Not the 23rd, but the 24th.
24th.
You still have time to do. I mean, you haven't completely.
Still morning.
Here
on the morning.
Thank
rush.
goodness.
I mean, I had it set in my phone.
He is 63. Thank you, Apple Calendar.
Yeah.
It says Pops' 63rd
Yeah.
birthday.
I mean, it wasn't the first thing. I didn't want to text, someone 63 too early this morning, but I did get my text out to him about, 6:45.
There's no way in hell you text him before I. That's not good. You just text that now, didn't you?
No
lie.
No.
Let me see show the time.
Well, I
time
can't show
sheet.
you my
Yeah,
phone.
that's what I thought. You son of a. That would kill me if I actually didn't do that. But yeah, since you were talking,
He tells me here in his response text to my birthday greetings for him. Thank you. You're like a second son. So you're like the son I don't have.
Listen, I wish you would have said, you're like the son I always wanted.
You're like the son I wished for.
Jeez Louise.
Boy, he keeps popping the text off here.
Yeah.
No, he says you're okay.
Okay.
So.
I now I feel awful like thinking about that.
People forget.
No, it's not, but it's like,
Yeah, you got busy. You know,
you're busy. You got
that's
stuff going on.
See, this is
all
where the
types of
priorities get out of shape, and you put things ahead that shouldn't be ahead and whatnot, and that's just
You have my birthday in
it's
there?
a
You gonna
task.
miss me or Tommy's
It's
next?
a task. Tommy's is easy. It's the 31st. It's right before the end of the year.
When's
It's
mine?
like yours. I have no earthly idea.
Well, make sure you get it in there sometime.
Gun to head, you could give me 50
You don't
days.
even know
and
how old
wouldn't-
I am, do you?
You're 27.
No.
26?
I am.
Okay, I was close. One off, and I was one off my dad's. He's 63 instead of 64. Pat and Hawassi apparently distracted me. If you missed that,
idiot.
Oh, let's see.
when is Pat and Hawassi's birthday? Do we have that?
Yeah, he's
Is that in the record
he's
book?
born in 57. You know, in my mind, the way I pictured him, he was a guy up in the corner of the gym up there in Decatur that just had like some really like half moon glasses. He's about 400 pounds. That's Pat and Hawassi.
Mm-hmm. Not far off.
Did you want to read any of those other texts from Pat?
I'll give you the context.
Some of them aren't fit for air.
Oh, they're all fit for air.
Oh, I don't know, sir.
Okay, there may have been a couple of words in there my mother would hate for me to have to, know that I typed out, much less thought of.
There was a time, and it was a time that I look back on fondly, where I didn't swear and I didn't curse via text or in person. And that time has just been too long. Like, I need to get back. There's so many things I need to correct in my life. But reading Pat and Hawassi's text, and if you missed it earlier, that's Colton.
You're acting
Lots
as if
of
these are
lots
littered
of
with
lots
vulgar.
of verbal
They're
slurs
not.
in there, littered
Don't
throughout.
Yeah, but
They're about to incriminate me. Don't say anything like that.
Now, in fairness, Ty, all these words were used in proper context and spelled correctly, so we knew it wasn't you.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew certainly it was not you.
That is one thing I want to be known, because they tried to accuse you of being behind. No, this is
these
solely Colton Little.
Yeah, these were used
solely
in proper context.
If I'm gonna attach my name to something. I have the balls to say it. If I'm going to say something on air,
I didn't want to bother these
via
people
text.
that make it seem like that.
But you did bother them.
I didn't realize how negative skewed you were towards
Pat
life.
did.
And Pat was texting into a radio
I'm
show.
gonna miss
that said,
Pat.
Hey, here's the phone number to text us in
All right.
15 times a show.
I think Pat and Hawassi's text started in July of 2024, and they ended, I guess,
this morning.
February 20. February.
Apparently, the last one was this
Till I
morning.
get a new phone number, and start texting in with this phone number again. You guys will never know.
Yeah.
I was waiting for this day, and I'm glad that it happened.
Oh, you're not either. No one can be glad it happened.
Glad what? What does it make me look bad? How?
My dad does know I'm 31. Okay, so the Apple Maps is off. I was right. He is 64.
Your Apple
Maps
tracks
is
that?
or Apple calendar's off. He's 64. I thought he was 64.
Wait, what's 63 till today?
Well, it says Pops' 63rd birthday. He's 64. Apple needs to get their bleep together when it comes to their calendar. They need to figure out the dates.
All right. Well, Pat and Hiawassee can't win the baseball tickets, but you out there can. Garbage. All right. Should we send Pat and Hiawassee to the baseball game?
I'll go.
Yeah. All right. We'll send a couple of y'all to the baseball game if you can go today. Call us now on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. And Colton will get your information. We'll take callers 4 and 5. That sounds good. So we'll take callers 4 and 5, and we'll give you a pair of tickets. Really good seats right behind the dugout today for Arkansas and Arkansas State.
There have been 2 burner accounts that have been aired in the last week or so.
Me and Kevin Durant.
You and Kevin Durant.
Hey, that's good
as
company.
JT and Hot
That's
Springs
really good
points out.
company. Me and Kevin Durant, we're the same.
Hey, we're brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group, your number one source for top quality aggregates right here in Northwest Arkansas, including ready-mix concrete, which they can take care of the trucking, the logistics, getting it all to you, making sure everything goes smoothly, so no matter how big your pour is, they can make it happen. All right, 479-587-3300, 587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Hour 2, including Tom Murphy, next.
Whether you're fishing for cold water bass on Beaver Lake or Table Rock, or fishing for a trophy brown trout on the mighty White River, the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This rogue suspends so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free natural state jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
This is the Morning Rush.
Harry Robinson Salisol Ford wants to buy or trade for your vehicle today, and they will give you top dollar. Pre-owned car values are at historic all-time highs, and your car today is worth more than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Salisol Ford, and they'll give you more than any other dealer. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they'll still buy yours. Harry Robinson Salisol Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisol.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Taco Bell's new Lutz Value Menu has 10 extravagant indulgences, all $3 or less. As their official Lutzierge, I get a lot of questions about it from people who let the Lutz go to their heads. Like the ones who get the new mini taco salad in its crispy tortilla shell bowl and want to know if they should be eating it with a mini taco salad fork. Which, no. Just use the fork that comes in the bag. Don't let the Lutz go to your head. Try Taco Bell's new $3 or less Lutz Value Menu today. At participating Taco Bell stores while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
Want pavement protection that goes the distance? Seal-Tite of Oklahoma now offers Rhino-Tite Premium Asphalt Emulsified Sealant, the next level in driveway and parking lot care. Healthier for the environment, Rhino-Tite delivers superior defense against weather, UV rays, and wear and tear. With its high solids content, you'll get a smoother, stronger, longer-lasting driving surface. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor buying in bulk, Seal-Tite has the products and support you need. Visit SealTiteOklahoma.com today and protect your pavement with Rhino-Tite.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Rath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle,
Stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon will be into the lower 60s. We will see cloudy to partly cloudy skies tonight. And overnight low will drop down into the mid-40s. Wednesday, just a little sunshine through the clouds at times. Highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith, broadcasting live from the Busch Light Studios.
This is the Morning Rush.
Darius finally player of the week.
Richmond drives, kicks it away, right side. Acuff on the wing, drains a three-pointer. Darius Acuff with his first three of the afternoon. Acuff on the other end finds clear sailing to the bucket, gets it to go and one.
I'm like, he should be. I'm not even worried about player of the year in our league. I'm saying, why is his not player of the year in the country? Why isn't that out there? I mean, he doesn't turn it over. We don't turn it over because he doesn't turn it over.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
This is the Morning Rush.
All right, so congratulations to Will and Faye, Bill and Ryan in Hot Springs who won the baseball tickets that we gave away. 2 games, one today at 3 o'clock, one tomorrow, both against Arkansas State. Both 3 o'clock first pitches here. It's midweeks are fun. You're going to have low 60 weather. Not bad.
That's not going to be bad. I was talking to Lance here in our office who went to the game Sunday, and he said, on the concourse, the wind was kind of blowing through there. It was a little chilly, but once you got down in your seat, he said and the sun was out most of the game and down on you, he said it was really comfortable. He said once the sun peeked back behind the cloud, a little chilly, but, it was pretty comfortable even on Sunday. It's going to be better today than it was Sunday at the ballpark.
UT Arlington in town this weekend, and you've yet to lose to the Red Wolves. Hopefully that trend continues the next 2 days.
All right, Ryan, Will, congrats on the tickets. We'll send those to you here in just a few minutes. Brought to you by Arts Barbecue, burgers and more. Always a great lunch or dinner when you go to Arts. Was there, I think, twice last week. Because just, when you go with hey, let's go to Arts because they know they're going to get a great lunch and there's lots of options. You want a great salad and something on the healthier, low-carb side, they got you covered. And the thing I like about Arts is they smoke you get the chef salad, let's just say, ham and turkey on it, they smoke those meats so your salad has that flavor. If you want brisket or you want smoked chicken, they can do that salad with anything. If you want still, I want to have a little bit of that kickin' chicken flavor, they'll do the kickin' chicken and put it on a salad for you as well. Their burgers are great. They can do a cheeseburger salad where they chop up a cheeseburger patty, put that on the salad. If you like Thousand Island dressing, you mix it with that. It's like eating a Big Mac without the bread. I mean, that's what it tastes like. It's really, really good. Pork chops are the special today. 2 big, thick smoked pork chops, 2 sides of your choice, just $9.99. It's all at Arts Barbecue, Rogers Avenue, 2 doors east of Lowe's in Fort Smith.
Peyton Lee on the bump for the Razorbacks today as well. I do want to mention that. We'll have it on most of these stations, per usual, here on ESPN Arkansas. And hitthatline.com. I sent this email yesterday. Is it standard that Westwood won the NCAA? Don't let us broadcast the NCAA tournament?
It's been that way
for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Westwood won, and we received an email yesterday that the Hit That Line Now app won't be able to stream NCAA tournament games in the postseason. That Westwood won owns the national streaming rights, so even the school's website can't do it.
Well, I think it's fair. It's fair to, like in the email said, and it's fair to assume that this team is tourney bound. It's just a matter of where.
Oh,
right
there's
now,
no question about that.
Yeah, you're a top 4 seed in the SEC. You'd love to end up inside that by the SEC tournament, so you can skip both Wednesday and Thursday and just play starting on Friday. You presented the idea of when that rematch against Alabama, you may very well get your wish depending on how things shake out that Saturday.
You win tonight and you win at least one of next week's games and probably both. I think if you win 3 of your next 4, there's no way you're not a 2 or a 3 seed. You win 2, and then it becomes a little more iffy depending on what everybody else does. But this team's not going to go 0 in their next 6 ahead of the tournament.
No.
So that this team is, and even if they did, I think they're in the tournament. Just a matter of where you'd seed up at that point.
Yeah, and you don't want to be. You'd rather, because Arkansas was a 9 seed last year when you beat Kansas. They were an 8. You'd like to be in that 3 or 4 range.
And let's bring Tom Murphy in here to the conversation, brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Tom, let's start with basketball. I think that's one thing that hasn't been discussed enough this year is the improvement over last year. A team that finished 8-10 in the league. Look what a difference John Calipari in 1 year's made. Darius Acuff's a huge part of that difference. We talked about it there and heard Coach talking in the opener about this team doesn't turn the ball over because Acuff doesn't turn the ball over. But what gets lost in all the excitement of this year is no context, no reflection back to where you were a year ago at this time, fighting and scrapping for a decent seed at all in the tournament.
Yeah, good morning, guys, and you're absolutely right on that, Tommy. 12 months has made a huge difference in people's perception, maybe. I mean, obviously, they worked pretty good wonders last year, turning that 0-5 start around to make it to the tournament. And then to be peaking at the right time was really, really, really sweet. And also, I mean, I look back on it, they should have beaten Texas Tech, y'all. Should have been in the Final 8 again. So, that being said, there'll be a little bit more pressure on this team, but you're right, they're markedly better. And because of their low propensity for turnovers, and that's the kind of thing that in a big tournament game could go a long way when you got a point guard that is that steady. So a lot of good factors. There's only a small handful of games where they weren't operating at close to peak performance. I think the Kentucky game is one that had they won that, then they're pushing up there close to Florida. And so in a couple of the road games, they didn't show up very well against Auburn, and then. One other game. But anyway, they're a fun team. I'm a little slightly concerned about the combination of Acuff's ankle and then Knox possibly not making it back in the regular season, and then just guys being kind of banged up. And since they've gone to the 7, it seemingly only that's increased. So that's a small area of concern for Cal in this group.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Sealy, I know on the latest availability report. Ton, any idea what's going on with him?
Well, I just hip, and then I thought that he might. I think it's a hip, and then he might be able to be back, and because they could certainly use him right now. I mean, I think the experience he got in those couple games where Wagner and Knox were both out was good for him, and so. Getting him back would obviously help the rotation, and it can help with your combinations as well, especially because Pringle has the, propensity to get into a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, Nick, Cal shared some things about Nick Pringle this weekend that, hey, Malik Ewan's playing really good. Not saying you have to play him. You want to. He's gotten, I would say, the most pushback from Hog fans of anyone on this team based on maybe the expectations. How do you think he's handled that, Tom, in the midst of what's going on this season?
Seemingly quite well. I mean, you look at his body language and his attitude where there are times when he comes out of the game and Ewan plays much longer stints than he does. I think Ewan is a better offensive, he can get the ball in the post, and if all his outlets to pass out are kind of covered, he can drive. His handles are better than Pringle's in terms of just creating on his own. But I think Pringle serves a great purpose. He's, a screener, give and go guy. They've thrown a lot of lobs to him. He has his uses. He just needs to do what he has to do to keep his minutes up is to do the dirty work and get the rebounds. And there's been a few games that he hasn't. But I mean, in other words, he is going to be much valuable to the postseason prospects for the Razorbacks. And I think he's kept a level head on his shoulder.
Yeah. We had a soundbite we played a few minutes ago with John Calipari talking about Acuff, not just player of the week or even SEC player of the year. He's talking national player of the year. and I know we all look through the Razorback lens and our Razorback colored glasses, but has Acuff played to a level? Is this conference at a level? Is this team at a level where that's not just a coach propping up his player? Is that in your mind a real conversation?
Well, I think it is a coach propping up his player, but I also think it's legit. I mean, certainly he's in first-team All-America conversation. I mean, there's no way he can't be if he's on track to say win SEC Player of the Year. Now, best player in the country, I mean, you got Boozer, you got Koa Pete. I mean, there's others that have really done well this year. And so, is he in the conversation? I think so. But he have to keep scoring at like this 23-point a game clip he's on the rest of the way. And then, maybe have a real splashy postseason, I think, to be warranted for the national Player of the Year. But by gosh, I mean, by all metrics, what a season. Low turnovers, high assists, high IQs. He stays in games. He plays through dings. He's got a great court presence. Certainly, I guess probably the best first-year guard Arkansas has had since Scotty Thurman. And clearly, with his ball handling, his value is tremendous for this squad.
Cal talked about this on his radio show last night. I believe he mentioned against following the win this weekend. A&M plays that old run and gun, 40 minutes of hell type of style. They call it Bucky Ball under Bucky McMillan. How do you think Cal combats that tomorrow in addition to just trying to make sure that Darius is fresh against the Aggies?
Right. That's a great question because they're going to try to put a lot of pressure on him, which is more turns with your ankle, more having to plant and pivot on that ankle. So I would assume that Malik Thomas and maybe some others that are good dribblers, good ball handlers, will be back there in the backcourt when they inbound. You got to have a game plan. I mean, I've seen enough of buckyball this year to see that. I mean, it basically about a 3 or 4 minute stretch at Auburn, really early in conference season, turned that game around and got them a huge win at the time. And so, if you're not prepared for that, and they get you sped up, or you throw the ball away a few times in succession, they can really get the momentum. Now at Walton Arena, it's a little bit tougher for them, but you have got to have a plan. DJ Wagner will play a huge role in this game with his ball handling. So it may be that you don't want Acuff to have it a ton in terms of the breaking the press part, but he's got to play a role as well.
Talking with Tom Murphy, Hog Sports Arkansas Democrat Gazette, brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Tom, football news. Got a chance to hear from Coach Silverfield and his assistant coordinators, coaches last week. Didn't sound like that there was going to be a new addition to the team, but they added Braylon Gilbert from Georgia State, I guess yesterday, tight end. What did you make of the addition to the latest to the Arkansas football squad?
Right, a guy who, if you look at him, 6'4", maybe 230. Is he comparable to, say, a Jeremiah Beck, who also walked on at tight end last year? He ended up getting hurt. And, there was a time where I thought, maybe this guy can help him. But that was before we knew how well Platt and Rohan Jones would play. And then he got hurt, and he ended up not playing. But it's a fairly deep position. But they felt like they probably needed to get another guy in that room. And he just hasn't played in a couple of years, and we'll have to see. Is how I would answer that.
Other football thing I wanted to ask you about. It sounds like the rules committee, the NCAA rules committee, is potentially going to change. When you get a targeting penalty in the second half, you have to sit out the first half. Well, it sounds like they're potentially eliminating that, or at least talking about it. Do you think they should eliminate second half or first half suspensions from a targeting from the game before?
Yeah, I saw your show prep notes, and I was thinking about that a bit, and I think. Look, if it's not being applied the same, if you get one in the first half and have to sit out the second half, then why would you have to sit out? Why wouldn't you have to sit out the first half of the next game? I'm a little bit ambivalent on the fence about it. I know there's been times where it's really hurt Arkansas. I mean, I can think to the time, I think Jalen Catalon got one in the second half against LSU, a game Arkansas probably should have won, and then had to sit out the first half against Missouri. And it was very costly for that game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it ought to be applied the same. And, the next half of a game sometimes is your next game. And it's been weird that I think it's applied to, like, bowl games for the Razorbacks and other teams. And maybe if you waive maybe they. I don't know. I just think uneven application of the rules, I'm not that much in favor of.
I would be okay with dropping that, but we need to watch the data over a couple of seasons. If targeting calls pick up in the fourth quarter, then your intent isn't working, because let's face it, if you get a targeting call in the first quarter and you're out the rest of the game, that's far more severe than the player that gets a targeting call with 4 minutes to go in the game and he's only out for the final 4 minutes. So if defenses pick up their aggression level, if targeting becomes more prevalent later in games, then the change in the rule isn't having the effect that you want it to have.
Absolutely. Data would have to be watched if that rule passed. And I will say this, from the big picture standpoint, I think the real egregious targetings, I mean, it's coached enough now that players are very, safeties, most often safeties, linebackers, that they're taught. And so the way they hit receivers and things like that has really cut down, which is what the NCAA intended, the injury standpoint. And I think that's a lot better than it used to be. What we see now are the ones that are really close calls, like, sometimes, quite often, an offensive player ducks his head right before impact, and they basically create the targeting. And I also think the interpretations have gotten better, where the review booth sees that kind of thing and has a little bit more leniency. So I think just following the data, watching how it applies would be a smart move. But I honestly think, from a big picture, that we as a game have improved on that foul.
I wish they would take the basketball approach, and you've got F1 and F2 in basketball on flagrant fouls. Mm-hmm. I think targeting could be the same thing. We got targeting 1 and targeting 2, and I don't think it takes a lot of. You can put in the indicators with the launching and the crouching and some of the things that are written into the rule now to help replay decide what is and isn't. But we know when someone's trying to hurt somebody, and when someone's trying to just tackle somebody and an unfortunate helmet-to-helmet contact occurs, the plays like you're describing, those shouldn't carry the same penalty. But if you're trying to take someone's head off and you're trying to injure your opponent, that should come with a suspension, not only or an ejection for that game, but a suspension for the following game as well. So I would love to see, and make that where the national coordinator is going to, and figure that out after the game, or figure out some system. But I think targeting, we've allowed it to affect games too severely with the penalty flowing over into the next week. But we've got to get these guys that are trying to hurt somebody out of the game, those plays out of the game. I think they should go like a targeting 1, targeting 2, similar to basketball with F1 and F2.
These are great points, Tommy. I won't argue them, and I also think you should flex and get on some rules committee and make this happen.
Well, you know who decides the rules? Coaches do. Coaches are on the rules committee. They don't put referees on the coaches committee. But to me, that would have the effect you want to have, because we don't want people hurt. Concussion protocols are real. People have to miss real time. It damages your NFL prospects. There's so much that goes along with these hits to the head that got to be intentionally taken out of the game. The ones with intent. But it frustrates me to watch a game where someone was trying to make a clean football play and they missed the rest of that game, or maybe half of the next game as a result. That's not what the intent of the rule should be either.
Right, and I go back to what I said earlier. I think we've gotten a lot better. The guys know, and the whole taking a guy out of the game, you just don't see a whole lot of that anymore. And by the way, before I go, if y'all haven't seen Mario Cristobal talking at some event that Steve Spurrier was up on the podium with him, and Kirby Smart was in the audience, and he's just taking shots at Kirby, that is quality entertainment.
It's good stuff. Have you heard it?
We'll cue that up. So, Tom, great stuff. Let's talk again on Thursday.
Sounds good, y'all. See ya.
All right, we'll do that, and on Thursday we'll have the results of the Arkansas A&M game and break that down. Tom Murphy brought to you on Tuesdays by the Arkansas Beef Council. Few things in life are more important than showing up, and whether you show up for family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish along. Together we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council and courtesy of Beef. It's whatsfordinner.com.
Right, so Colton put together, we didn't get to this in hour number 1, but in Gainesville, Florida, they have the Steve Spurrier Awards dinner. First-year head coach. There's FWAA awards and whatnot. Football Writers Association. Kirby Smart, Mario Cristobal, other coaches and players are down there, and it's a little back and forth.
It's a great piece right there to watch what a player like Carson Beck could do with great coaching. You know what I mean? Be careful around Mario. Sometimes he'll take your players, if you know what I mean. I was talking to Mario earlier, and he came up to me, and he gave me a Lane Kiffin joke, and he and Lane are very similar in a lot of ways. They're like best friends. And he came up to me, he's like, you ought to start getting on some protein shakes. You've had too many carbs. And I said, well, you probably ought to spend some time with Steve Spurrier because he won more conference championships at Duke than you have in Miami.
This is the opening drive.
Is this a roast or a banquet?
Great entertainment,
Yeah.
as Tom alluded to. And coaches are so, like, they're not in the same league. I don't know if they would do this if they were on each other's schedule or playing in the same conference, but this is what we enjoy. There is no better college coach than Steve. Steve Spurrier sitting in that chair smiling. I was going to say, actually, I think he was actually standing up, but he's laughing when this is going on because it probably reminds him of his old days, making fun of UT, Florida State, Free Shoes University, can't spell citrus without UTs. Like, there's players that talk trash. Like, Kirk Cignetti has kind of brought back the coach talking trash mentality a little bit. It's still, relative to what it was, it's still not that. But I enjoy when coaches actually kind of go back and forth.
Oh, that's fun.
Like they did last night.
That's fun stuff. And you know what? I bet when it's all over, they patted each other on the back and had a beer, and no one got butthurt over it. It's just they are entertainers as well. They're football coaches, but they understand, because I'm sure that event, were the tickets free to go to it? No. Were they expensive? Was there a lot of high-powered people in that room? Probably so.
Mm-hmm.
And, they get it. They understand. I mean, they're there to entertain the crowd, and now they're all talking about, all their guys are back at their country clubs talking to their buddies about what happened at this banquet and the jeers they took at each other. That's stuff that gets remembered. I like to see coaches with a little bit of sense of humor, like you say.
Little swagger.
Yeah, I like to have them a little Pat and Hiawassee in them. That's right. A little trash talking.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have Kirby Smart.
Stand 10 toes down on that. Y'all are not going to get me off of it.
No, we're not trying to bump you off that spot.
Giving you credit.
Yeah.
That's right. The dynamics of Miami getting back to a national championship game, and I know Kirby Smart and company want to get back that 3 straight years without one. Georgia fans almost feel like it's their birthright now to be in the national championship game, and honestly win it.
Is that wrong?
Is
that a bad place to be?
No, it's just prior to Smart getting there, they had only won one.
I mean, in fairness, don't our baseball fans kind of feel that way?
We feel like that Dave has waited his stinking turn to win one. Like I said, if Wes Johnson wins a national championship before he does, I am going to be as irate as a man could be. If Jay Johnson wins another one, you would have then 2 assistants that won a national championship before.
But what are you going to be irate at, or who are you going to be irate at?
Luck.
I mean, my point is, we feel in certain sports a little sense of entitlement, like it's due. A trip to Omaha is just owed. Mm-hmm. I can certainly understand why Georgia football fans have a similar attitude. So that's what you want. You know why they feel that way? Because they're successful and they back it up. So I'd love to have that feeling with more than one program around here. And that one still hadn't won what you want to win.
In the fall, that would be nice to have that feeling.
Exactly.
It was like this weekend, for example. Think of all the success you had in Fayetteville this weekend. From just an athletic standpoint, and it's just like, man, what if we had that in the fall with fall sports, and I mean fall sport, I mean football. But you can only ask for so much in this world, and I guess till the football program gets back on track, we'll not settle for the others, but we'd have to celebrate the other sports.
Hey, the Great American Basketball Conference Tournament is coming back to Fort Smith here in just a couple of weeks, March 5th through the 8th. It's going to be held at Fort Smith Northside, their beautiful arena there. It was at Fort Smith Southside last year, just a mile or so, a couple miles away over at Fort Smith Northside this year. You can watch the best men's and women's teams in the Great American Conference battle it out for the automatic bid into the NCAA Division II tournament. You can get your tickets and more information about the Great American Conference tournament at greatamericanconference.com. It's GAC basketball, March 5th through the 8th. Their championships at Fort Smith Northside. Last year, they had their biggest tournament crowds ever. Community got really got behind it. A lot of people came into town. It's a fun event, so be sure and get your tickets. If you can go one day or all of them, you'll see some great Division II basketball at Fort Smith Northside, March 5th through the 8th. Go to greatamericanconference.com.
All right, when we come back, SEC update here with Bucky McMillan. McMillan had to say positively about John Calipari, plus Dennis Gates urging the same thing I've been urging for, move the conference date back for the SEC championship tournament winner. Stay with us as we continue on the Morning Rush.
Calipari, I knew him. He recruited one of my players in high school. Very genuine person.
This is the Morning Rush.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Today we're talking cancer awareness, and I want to bring in someone with a really unique perspective, Dr. Kelly Victory. She's a board-certified emergency medicine physician with over 30 years of experience who serves on the chief medical board for the Wellness Company. And most importantly, she's a cancer survivor. Dr. Victory, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks very much for having me, Michelle.
We've been hearing a lot lately about cancer rates rising, especially in younger adults, which is obviously pretty alarming. What are you seeing?
Without question, cancer rates are rising across the board. And concerningly, we are seeing more aggressive cancers in people even in their 20s and 30s.
That's scary for a lot of people. Is there anything that can be done to help alleviate that fear?
And that is what led me to develop the new product Shield, because it is a group of more than 12 well-studied, scientifically proven supplements that help to supercharge your immune system, the first line of defense against cancer.
To learn more, visit victoryagainstcancer.com and use promo code SMALLS to save $25 on Shield.
Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Can I throw a humble brag out there?
Absolutely.
Please, yes.
This is the Morning Rush.
Flu vaccines, both regular and high dose for seniors, are now available at Law's Drug Store in Fort Smith. Call 452-6116 to schedule your shot appointment. Usually there is no cost when covered by your insurance. Law's Drug has COVID vaccines, RSV vaccines for ages 60 plus. Pneumonia and tetanus shots are also available. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drug Store, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Hello, this is Ken Blevins, candidate for Sebastian County Judge, and I'm asking for your vote in the primary election on March 3rd. I am a proud University of Arkansas alumni, a Christian, and proud supporter of the NRA. I have proudly served Fort Smith as circuit clerk, earning a reputation for fairness and honesty. I respect those things that make us different and believe that every voice matters. I believe in transparency, accountability, and making sure you know exactly where your tax dollars go. Ken Blevins, working for you for Sebastian County on day one.
This ad paid for by the campaign to elect Ken Blevins.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Enclaves at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off and 4.9% financing for up to 84 months on this luxurious third-row SUV. Or drive the brand-new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover, for as low as $399 per month. These are limited-time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Has your spouse suddenly entered the transfer portal, going from a franchise player to a prima donna ready to take the money and run? Don't let her get away with a huge buyout. Be proactive and Call Mock Legal Solutions today to ask about custody, alimony, and child support. 479-769-1505. Because even in divorce, the best offense is a good defense. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
I think we should start seeing other people.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Rath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally held the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
I get accused all the time around here for telling the truth. Told the truth that I forgot my father's 64th birthday this morning. Told the truth about something else.
Look me in the eye and tell me you paid for that.
I did.
You look the other way.
Burning eye contact. What are we talking about?
Nothing. We'll talk about it later.
I'm not. If I heard you correctly before we went to break, I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I did. All right, SEC update. Bucky McMillan on Cal.
Calipari, I knew him. He recruited one of my players in high school. Very genuine person.
When I was actually in Birmingham, I actually saw Bucky's old high school was at Sanford. Sanford, by the way, is one of the most incredible. What's it called? Not four ways. Like what's the entrance to your college campus? What's that? There's a fancy term for it, and I can't think of what it is. Nevertheless, this is a guy that's kind of flown up the ranks, similar to NATO.
Foyer?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Similar to NATO. It's high
school. Kind of like the front of the church?
Yeah.
The church foyer?
Yeah. So college, high school, smaller college, and now at Texas A&M. Bringing a style in tomorrow night that's going to test not just Darius Acuff's fitness, but the rest of the teams. The old style that we were used to watching under Coach Richardson, Mike Anderson to a certain extent. And hopefully Arkansas can mitigate as best they can, not turn the ball over. That's the amazing thing. This is the question I asked Cal on Saturday following the win. It's like they had another single-digit type of performance. They had five turnovers, and I'm talking about like Arkansas with like them giving up possession. Plays top three like in terms of fast break points in all of college basketball, yet they don't turn the ball over. When you look at their statistics, Darius has the best assist turnover ratio in the country. Arkansas is number one statistically in that area as well. That's what's amazing about this team, and hopefully that kind of holds the same thing tomorrow night when they take on Texas A&M.
Well, you can't give A&M extra possessions, and I don't say Arkansas. This isn't going to be a stall and slow down. We're not going Princeton basketball here, but there will be some deliberate half-court work in this game for the Razorbacks. You want to control the flow. You want to control the pace, and that's exactly what A&M wants to do. Arkansas can play fast, but at this point, I don't think you want to give in and try to get up and down the floor with a shorter bench with A&M. So I look for Arkansas. Calipari talked about using the timeouts and having a strategy and a plan for that to slow the pace. I think getting out to an early start, maybe build you a 10-point lead at some point in the first half, not let it get away from you before halftime, and try to have that edge. Put them in that locker room at halftime really trying to figure out, all right, what do we try now? Because nothing's really working. That's what you want the mood to be after 20 minutes of play.
All right, a couple awards given to Arkansas Razorbacks. Darius Acuff wins SEC Player of the Week. Colin Fisher wins SEC Pitcher of the Week. 12 teams in D1 Baseball's latest top 25 baseball poll, including the Razorbacks at number 6. And then the last thing here, or actually two more things in your SEC update. Thank you, Dennis Gates, for saying what I have been pushing as well. Here were his thoughts on keeping, I say that. Do we have this, Colton?
Oh, maybe not. Let me find it.
Okay. Well, Dennis Gates basically is pushing what I push for. Start the tournament earlier in the SEC and end it earlier so you have not just an extra day to give your guys rest, extra day for the NCAA tournament committee. I know it's set up with TV, Tommy, but I sure would like to see the SEC at some point wield their power and have their tournament final end on Saturday instead of Sunday.
Okay. I don't think it makes the difference with a tournament seating. If you want to talk about rest, you want to talk about an extra day, fine. I think the conference needs to be on Sunday when you're maybe got the national window more to yourself. I hear the point, but I think this idea that the conference loses out on getting a better seed for its champion, I don't think that necessarily is true either. And if the committee, if you have an upset bid going and someone that's not supposed to win the tournament that may get an automatic bid, they're going to wait and hold that spot and figure out what they're going to do. So the idea that the committee can't make a change or has already let the ink dry on the bracket, I don't think all that's quite correct.
All right, last thing in the SEC update, Charles Bediako once again is trying to play college basketball. He's filed an appeal with the Alabama Supreme Court after getting denied eligibility with the what was an injunction and now has been knocked
I thought the
out.
Supreme Court in Birmingham already ruled when Sankey gave his thoughts on it.
I did
Is that
too.
not the Supreme Court on this matter?
I think the perfect situation here to reply on this is
Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
let it go.
Let it go.
Maybe this is my Arkansas vantage point, and I would feel a lot differently if this was a Razorback player that could dictate and decide whether my team was going in. Because, I mean, we saw that Alabama team, and what's that kid's name that had a really good game that you called the most impactful player?
Aiden Sherrill.
Aiden Sherrill. So imagine Bediako and
Big
Sherrill.
number 22.
Yeah, they played 5 games together. I mean, those are 2 twin towers that you would have at your disposal if you're Nate Oates. And I get why he's trying to do it. But at the same time, it's like, all right, let's finish this. Let's end this. And yet it continues to play on, I guess.
All right, that's the SEC update. It is brought to you by the Fence Man. 782-3936 is the number for the Fence Man. Give them a call. They'll be out to measure everything you want to look at, give you some ideas, hear your custom thoughts that maybe you want your fence to look, in this way, trimmed out at the top in a certain way. Maybe you want the slats or the panels to look a little different at an angle or run horizontally rather than vertically. Or maybe you just need I just need a straight up 6-foot wood privacy fence or a chain link fence. I want a black chain link fence just to class it up a little bit more around this equipment area. Whether it's commercial, industrial, or residential, the Fence Man's got you covered, and powered automatic gates as well. 782-3936, the Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. Because just real quick, looking at the Bet Saracen app, they have got, probably 20 or so prop bets up already for tomorrow night. Here was a few that I thought was interesting. Billy Richmond, over a half block and over 33.5 total minutes played.
That's free money.
Over under.
I would say I'm with Colton. That's free money.
Darius Acuff, over 5.5 free throws attempted and over 4.5 free throws made.
He draws a lot. He was 11-13 against Missouri, so I would say he hit the over there. You're at home. All these stats I would bet on.
There's like 20 of them here. Trevin Brazil, over 19.5 points and rebounds combined.
Oh, so like 12. What is that? 12-8.
I would stay away from that one.
Yeah, that one. He's like right on the fringe of that every game. I'm with Colton. I don't know if I'd hammer that.
Isaiah Seeley, over 1.5 3-point field goals attempted and over 6.5 total minutes played.
So how does
you get
that
plus 200 on that?
How does that work if he doesn't play?
Well, then he's under.
Okay,
that's how that works.
Okay, I didn't know if if an injury prevented him, if you got your money back. I would say under. I'm with Colton. First two I bet over. Last two I wouldn't bet on.
Times the game is tied over 7.5.
I think it's gonna be an up and down game. I'm shocked that it's 9.5 or was 9.5. So I would say yes.
All right,
I'd bet that.
Bet Saracen got probably 20 or more of those, plus the early line. See, I didn't look at the early line again.
Nate said TV ruined his parlay last week. I don't know.
8.5 now. 8.5 on the line.
I would think that the money's going to continue to come Texas A&M's way. That line seemed too high to me. Cal last night he got asked about his attire last night.
My wife got me this sport coat, by the way.
Do you ever wear something? Your wives aren't listening, so you can speak freely. Do you ever wear something that you don't like that your significant other got for you?
Never.
And
Never. We're at a point, she doesn't buy clothes for me.
Okay.
I don't buy clothes for her. Rarely will I ever even ask, do you like this, or how does this look? I mean,
how does this look on me?
Yeah, I don't ask those questions. If I like it, I buy it and I'll wear it.
Okay.
If I don't, I don't. I mean, I guess that goes with 22 years of marriage, but we just don't.
Okay.
She doesn't care what I think. I don't really care either when it comes to looks.
Well, maybe one day I'll be fortunate enough to not care. But working on 3 years of marriage here this September, if my wife buys me some clothes, which she does occasionally for my birthday or for Christmas, I tend to wear them even if I don't think that they are the most befitting of what might make me look good. But I rock anything pretty well.
I'll say that if she comes back with something, I can't think of a moment Laura's bought me anything I didn't like. From a clothing standpoint,
my wife
I can't
knows
think.
Me. She knows
exactly.
I mean, what I like.
If that once a year she's at a store and sees a golf shirt she thinks I'd like, or gets me a T-shirt from somewhere, she's never bought me anything I would even. I don't know if I'm gonna wear that.
But also, I always think of it as, look, you were thinking about me, so I'll put this on, I'll wear it, and I appreciate it. I would never go out of I would never pick out anything for her without consulting first. Not even one time.
I've done that a time or two and did that recently. I saw some pajama pants I thought she'd like, had a Razorback on it. She liked the pants. I just bought them too small. I said, yes. You actually think I can wear those?
Tommy asked if these stripes are slimming.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The vertical ones are.
I was listening to, so the Lakers unveiled a statue of Pat Riley this weekend, and I listened to him in the subject of fashion that we're kind of go on and on about.
He always had it on, didn't he?
He wearing ties, and guys should be wearing ties, and he joked with some of his former players that weren't wearing ties. I think James Worthy was the only one that sported a tie during his ceremony, and he was like, I'm fining you all $2,000 apparently back in the day that they used to do. Style has obviously changed over the years and come back. Are we ever going to get to a point where the suit and tie is more... not pronounced, that's not what I'm looking for, but more seen again in today's society because it's gone away.
Sports or because we don't.
Yeah, sports.
Here's where it changed. You don't wear coat and tie to church. I mean, coat and tie used to be the minimum standard at church when I was a kid.
Oh wow, I wear jeans and boots.
Well, you've grown up in a different day. And jeans. I mean, you go straight to hell for wearing jeans. I mean, there was times where women couldn't wear pants to church, or you'd go straight to hell. The express line. You'd be that TSA pass. You'd go right to the front. We've quit wearing clothes of that style to church.
Of that ilk.
I mean, if you wear a coat and tie to church now, and you're not preaching,
you're a pariah. You're kind of
you're in the.
What are you so dressed up for?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've got to go to.
He must be doing a special.
Business meetings next week for the Arkansas broadcasters. I got to go to Washington D.C. Well, you don't go to the Capitol without wearing coat and tie. You just, I mean, you don't do it.
Are you going to the Capitol, like the Capitol, or just,
the group I'm going with? We are meeting with our senators and our state representatives in their office.
That's a coat.
We are having lunch one day in the Senate dining hall. You wear coat and tie. So I mean, you just don't. That's the minimum. I've got to wear suits 3 days next week, and That is not something I do on a regular
Can
basis.
you take some pictures so we can post them on the on the Instagram?
Would love to.
Do you have matching handkerchiefs for your ties?
I do
and
not.
everything? Socks? You
I
can
do
get on
not.
that.
I had to use a dry cleaner this week for the first time, and I can't tell you when. So, I mean, I get why, because it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable.
I now remember what you were asking me about earlier. You should have asked. You should have asked early, and you could have gotten fitted at Walker Brothers.
Yeah,
that's your own. I just now remember that.
Tell me you paid for it.
Tommy said no. Hold on.
You didn't.
Hold on.
You didn't.
Hold on. Thomas out of the blue was like, "We will fit you guys for SEC Media Days." Well, you could have just.
Well, you didn't. You didn't offer that to me.
Media Days is in July. It's February.
Oh, you don't mean
24th.
because you got one last year.
What do you mean I got one? I don't have one yet.
Yeah, you
We've
did.
talked about. No, I'm getting. I've showed you some specs. I don't know if specs is the right word, but it's gonna have I'm gonna get a gold one because I have
A gold suit?
a dark blue. Well, not like gold. It's like tan, gold, whatever. I have a dark blue one, a light blue one, and a black one.
Yeah.
And I thought about charcoal gray, and that's just too bland for me. So I'm gonna get
we're
a
wearing
gold.
coat and tie to SEC Media Days in Tampa.
I think it would be cool. I don't remember when Ryan Silverfield's speaking, but how badass would it be if we on the day that Arkansas's head coach was?
All right,
we
I'm
might
in.
be sharper dressed than he is.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Do it, guys.
Let's
Y'all are
do
gonna
it.
Be looking
That's-
good down there.
Thomas going to hook us
The
up.
brain,
All
the
right.
brain. It just
July in
it
Tampa,
took
it's
took
gonna look
some
real good
It
with
took
that
some
tie.
there's some things that are going on up here that it's just hard to.
We don't want to know what's
It
going
doesn't
on up
always
there.
work. But
One
it
twisted
when you
labyrinth. We're
brought
good.
up the suit and DC thing, it snapped.
All right.
and I
We should
remember.
wear suits here one day on the show.
We could do
That
that.
takes too much work.
No, it doesn't.
I've got one 3-piece suit I may break out.
Oh, that's nice.
I just hope the vest underneath still fits.
I'll tell you what I want to do.
I may be those buttons may be under more pressure than President Trump.
Things are going to pop off and knock me in the eye.
Sir, we can't let you in here. We're worried when them buttons will come off and hurt somebody.
A guy from Oklahoma. Did you see this text? I love it when ladies don't wear pants to church.
Yeah.
What a
It's almost
text.
undressed
Well, you're going straight to hell
Yeah.
too, sir. Hellfire and brimstone in your future. Hey, Friday we're going to be live at the Arkansas Children's Northwest facility in Springdale for the Champions for Children Give-a-thon. If Arkansas Children's is near and dear to you for any reason, we hope you can find it in your heart to give on Friday. You can give right now. Go to hitthatline.com, click on the giveaway or give-a-thon link, pick your favorite show, which is, of course, The Morning Rush, and make your donation there. All of this presented by the Lindbergh Real Estate Group, the #1 real estate team in Arkansas. Go to lindberghteam.com, by Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling, and by River City Coatings in Van Buren. We'll be there Friday for the Give-a-thon at Arkansas Children's Northwest.
Hey, I had to ask you this high school storyline. Colton, you might have seen it too. Do you see this Central quarterback, Bryson Kennedy, is going to Duncanville?
Yeah.
Duncanville's like a powerhouse football program.
Dallas area.
Yes. I feel like you could say that about 10 Dallas-Fort Worth high schools. Maybe this is, I don't know any context or anything. I just figured you might know something. So it's
I
just,
do
the
not.
case of a kid transferring to like what would
I'm
be.
sure his mom and dad got a great job.
That's exactly what I saw. Is from what I read that his family had to relocate to that area for their work, and it just so happens he landed at a high school that was in dire need of a quarterback.
Yeah. All right, so Central's going to have a new quarterback. I don't think they had a great season, if I remember right, last year. So I think that's probably not going to help things moving forward. All right, you want to give away some more baseball tickets
Yeah,
real
let's do
quick?
it.
All right, next couple of callers, we'll pick you up with a pair for today. If you can go. I think I got 2, maybe 3. I'll look here during the break, but we'll give away all we got left here and send some people to the baseball game today. Hey, one of the things we may do Friday to raise some money for Children's Hospital is give away a trip, maybe auction off a trip to Gaston's White River Resort. It will bring big bucks because people love to go to Gaston's because the fishing's always great, the memories are always wonderful and last forever because fishing with your kids, fishing with your grandkids, it is really awesome. So if you're looking for a place to get away for spring break, you can get to Gaston's, 870-431-5202. They got a spring special coming up for March that you can enjoy. Restaurants open for 3 meals a day as well. 870-431-5202. Don't forget to call right now to our studio, by the way, for those baseball tickets. 870-431-5202 for Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
I've always found this program to be very enlightening.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Call or text 877-377-6963. The celebration starts now.
We're 0 for 17 from the 3. Do you really expect us to win?
This is The Morning Rush.
The new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupa at Taco Bell. You can't get just one. Okay, so that's not like some marketing hyperbole. You literally can't get just one. They come in twos. So like, if you want just one, you're going to need to find a friend who loves slow roasted chicken, bacon, and avocado ranch sauce. Or a friend of a friend, or have an awkward conversation with a complete stranger to see if they're obsessed with chicken, bacon, and avocado ranch. Or you could just like eat them both because you're obsessed with slow roasted chicken, bacon. Okay, you get the idea. The new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell U.S. locations for a limited time while supplies last.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Rath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
The Solid Rock has been locally owned for over 46 years. When was the last time you were there? So much more than a bookstore. They have Christian t-shirts, church supplies, Bible studies, devotionals, home decor, gifts, and of course, a large selection of Bibles. And Bibles are engraved free of charge while you wait. Now, you can get custom laser engraving on select gift items and some Bibles. Located next to Sam's Club on South 74th, The Solid Rock is your source for faith-based books, music, clothing, and more. The Solid Rock, 452-4844.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hotline, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. Not a member? Just sign up at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware and start saving right at the register. Right now, save $30 on select DeWalt 20-volt max tools or $20 on select Ego outdoor power equipment after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
Harry Robinson Salisol Ford wants to buy or trade for your vehicle today, and they will give you top dollar. Pre-owned car values are at historic all-time highs, and your car today is worth more than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Salisol Ford, and they'll give you more than any other dealer. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they'll still buy yours. Harry Robinson Salisol Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisol.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Anybody interested in grabbing a couple of burgers?
Those are good burgers, Walter.
Archer Burger. My God.
This is CJ's Trivia Tuesday, presented by CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers in Fayetteville and Russellville.
I got the shakes that'll make you quit. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes. I got the burgers that'll...
When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best.
Hogstats, best basketball account I think there is on Twitter outside of maybe War Machine. New leader for career threes made by Ridgeback 6'9" or taller is now Trevin Brazil at 6'10". Who is number 2? For a $25 CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers gift card, who hit the second most threes ever by a Razorback 6'9" or taller?
Ooh.
You just got to text us at 877-377-6963. I had some CJ's on the way to Little Rock a week ago, and it was phenomenal. Old Russellville location. It was a Wednesday, and it was as packed as it can be. 2 locations, both Russellville and in Fayetteville. CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers. When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best. Any ideas? Don't say them.
Yeah,
but,
I've got one.
Got some ideas, yeah.
Okay. Did you see it on the rundown?
No.
Who it is?
I haven't looked at it. I didn't
Okay,
know.
neither of you have looked at it. Brian says Scottie Pippen. No, not Scottie Pippen, Brian. That's a good guess. No, not Bobby Portis, Robert. That's
No.
also a good guess. The correct answer is Dwight Stewart, and we've got a winner.
I'd have been wrong.
Yeah, well, that's right. Second all time, 6'9" or taller.
Fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt. We're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, your headquarters for all things Razorback.
From clothing items like Nike, Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many more,
to a wide range of home, office, and fan cave decorations.
We even have furniture, a pool table, stuff for the yard, garden, and too much other stuff to mention.
So no matter if you're headed to the game or watching from your living room, stop by the Stadium Shop at 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville. That's 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
or stop by the Interweb store at shoponrazorback.com.
Whoa, that's a first, Dad. You actually got it right. How'd you do that?
Well, I use that Googleator thing.
And we're back.
Anyway, that was shoponrazorback.com.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, and I have a plaque to prove it.
Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us. Go.